Very clear and positive that Les Miles is our football coach, and he will continue to be our football coach. Okay?
On today's show, we look back at a crazy weekend for LSU football and give you a look at one of the most humble superstars on campus.
Plus, Mitch Rabley gets you caught up on the Saints and Pelicans with the Black and Gold Report, and we say goodbye to one of our own.
Let's do this one more time, so sit back and relax because the Monday Sports Desk starts
now.
Right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final edition of the Monday Sports Desk. I'm Johnny Lombardi.
And I'm Taylor Curette. Well, Johnny, a long career is coming to an end. Your final show, buddy.
Dang. Flies by.
It flies by. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into LSU football.
Tigers walked into Death Valley on Saturday night with rumors running rampant that head coach Les Miles would be coaching his final game for LSU. The team played with all that emotion all night long against Texas A&M. On top of all the coaching rumors, the team had to pull it together one last time for the team's seniors, including starters Jalen Mills and Vidal Alexander. The Tigers defense did their part, holding the Aggies to just 250 yards of total offense and forced 3 turnovers on the day to go along with 4 sacks. With Leonard Fournette leading the way, the Tigers gained 327 yards of total offense, including 244 on the ground against former defensive coordinator John Chavis. Once the Tigers took the lead back in the third quarter, there was no looking back as they finished the regular season with a 19-7 victory and an 8-3 record as Coach Les Miles was carried off the field. Well, Taylor, it was an exciting final game of the season, and plenty of players are worthy of our final game balls, but let's reveal this week's starting game balls, starting with the offense.
Let's do it, John. This week's offensive game ball is going to go to LSU's new single-season rushing record holder, Leonard Fournette. There's the ball. Fournette ended the game with 159 yards and a touchdown and 32 carries. With the game, Fournette is now all alone at the top of LSU's single-season rushing list, passing Charles Alexander with 1,741 yards.
Our defensive game ball this week is a no-brainer as freshman sensation Arden Key receives the honor. Key ended the game with 1.5 sacks and 3 quarterback hurries to go with 8 tackles. He ended his freshman season second on the team with 5 total sacks.
Final game ball of the season is going to go to freshman running back Darius Geis. Geis baby. He ended his freshman campaign on a high note, finishing with 73 yards, including this 55-yard scamper, juking out Texas A&M, putting the Aggies away and giving Tiger fans a glimpse of life after Fournette leaves. Be sure to stay with Tiger TV Sports throughout winter break for all of your LSU sports updates, including which bowl game the Tigers will be going to, which should be announced next Sunday.
The Ben Simmons hype train continues to grow after each game, but it seems no matter how great the pressure gets, the freshman sensation continues on unfazed. Reporter Derek Kopp has more.
There's a certain amount of pressure that comes with being the best player in the nation. That doesn't seem to affect LSU freshman Ben Simmons.
He's a goofy guy, but a very fun-loving guy. He's great. If you were just around him, you wouldn't think he's this, unbelievable, number 1 talent. And that's something I think is pretty remarkable about him.
The 6'10 freshman was the consensus number 1 player coming out of high school and selected LSU from an elite list of schools, including traditional powers like Duke and Kansas. The hype around Simmons has only increased since stepping on campus, but unlike most 18-year-olds, head coach Johnny Jones knows he can handle it.
He's been able to embrace it, and I think it's just really, it's come a part of him, and he understands it, and I think he's done a tremendous job of handling it.
The Australian Natives trophy case includes the National Basketball Player of the Year, Gatorade Player of the Year, and 3 national championships from high school. But despite having won almost everything under the sun in high school basketball and being a shoe-in top 5 NBA draft pick in June, Simmons has only one thing on his mind.
I worry about myself and my family, and that's who have led me here and got me to hit this spot right now. So I'm not too worried about, what other people say.
Simmons' passion for the game and equally level head makes him an easy player to root for, whether you're a fan or a teammate.
It's good for him, just because he's worked hard for it. I mean, it wasn't given to him. He had to go out there and earn it, so he's earned everything that he gets, and I'm just happy for him.
For Tiger TV Sports, I'm Derek Kopp.
Simmons and the rest of the Tigers will return to the court tonight in Charleston, South Carolina. Will be home Wednesday against North Florida.
Coming up after the break, I'll recap all the incredibly depressing Saints news. Don't go anywhere. Tiger TV Sports Desk will be right back.
Want to hear a joke?
No.
Why did the Tiger lose at poker?
Why?
Because he was playing with a cheetah.
Fantastic.
A little humor as we say goodbye to our very own Johnny Lombardi. Well, the Saints lost again. The fans don't care, and to be really honest, nobody thinks the players and coaches do either. So sit back, grab onto your handkerchiefs, and get ready to cry. Johnny Lombardi's leaving, and it's time for the Black and Gold Report. After a week off and a change at defensive coordinator, the Saints lost on the road to the Texans in Houston. 24-6 was the final score, the Saints only getting on the board through 2 Kai Forbath field goals. It's the first time in the Sean Payton era that the Saints have not scored a touchdown in a regular season game. That being said, the defense did not see a major change despite the departure of the Grand Couillon himself, Rob Ryan. The strategy seemed worse than that of Edwin Edwards when he's under indictment with the FBI at the door. That being said, there wasn't much improvement. With the loss, the Saints remain stuck in 4th place in the NFC South behind the undefeated Panthers, the 6-5 Falcons, and the 5-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The chances of the Saints making the playoffs are about the same as me going to Billy's and Opelousas and not getting a bag of Pepper Jack stuffed boudin balls. It ain't gonna happen, folks. That being said, the Saints play the undefeated Panthers in the Superdome next week at 3 p.m. on Fox. The Pelicans remain in 14th place in the Western Conference. After losses to the Jazz and the Los Angeles Clippers, we saw a collision between Anthony Davis and Chris Paul, perhaps the most costly collision in the history of the NBA. Lots of Pels fans, who used to be Hornets fans, have a lot of mixed emotions about the crash, taking to social media to voice their views on this occurrence. The Pelicans will play the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow in Memphis. That being said, after the break, we say goodbye to a man who taught me that you can live in Louisiana and still love hockey. Johnny and Taylor will close out the Monday Sports Desk, and we'll say farewell to a Tiger TV legend, even though I'll still be here. Hurry on back.
Welcome to Death Valley, where the LSU Tigers just defeated the Auburn Tigers 41-21. Leonard Fournette, 3 touchdowns, Taylor.
Yeah, great game for Leonard Fournette. Well, Johnny,
I can't believe this.
great memories like that one. Welcome back to the show. Your last show this semester, your last show. It's been a great ride. The Sports Desk is yours, my friend.
Absolutely. It's some great memories, and there's a ton of people that I really need to thank. So let's get it on with. Well, it's the end of the road for my time here at Tiger TV. It all started 3 years ago as this wide-eyed, high-pitched freshman from Chicago came down south looking to start developing a career in broadcast journalism. The last 3 years working here have provided me with so much experience, but more importantly than that, it has brought me so much joy, happiness, and genuine relationships that have impacted my life in so many ways beyond Hodges Hall. From covering the softball beat my first semester as a freshman to covering night games in Tiger Stadium, it's been a wild ride. So many people have impacted my time here, and I want to do them justice by giving them some thanks right now. To the man who hired me, Ryan Brumley, thank you for believing in me and constantly encouraging me to this day. To my 3 sports directors, the cantankerous Morgan Beard, the Californian Alex Cheney, and that guy who proposed to his girlfriend on his last show, Patrick Clay. Don't worry, that won't happen today. Your boy is still very much single. I consider all 3 of you as some of my closest friends and mentors, and I cherish the funny memories that I have working with y'all. To my current staff, thank you so much for keeping me energized every day, especially this semester when my time and energy was very scarce. Thank you to my producer for this show, Derek Kopp, and my co-anchors here, Mitch Rabelais and Taylor Curette, for not only being great co-workers, but also great friends as well. Special thank you to the entire LSU SID staff, especially Michael Bonnet, Brandon Barrio, and Jake Terry, for always helping out Tiger TV and treating us just like everyone else. Thank you to my mentors who have guided me throughout the years, from high school until this moment. You have all helped me get to where I am now. Thank you to Lyons Township Television Director Bill Allen for getting me to believe this journey was even possible. Thank you to WAFB Steve Schneider and Jacques Doucet, KALB's Kelsey Winger, and Fox 8's Chris Hagan. Most importantly, thank you to Tiger TV advisor Cindy Carter. I can't put into words what Cindy means to me and what she means to all of her students. Cindy, you're like a mom to us TTVers. Your guidance is backed by a genuine caring for your students that cannot be matched by anyone. Your value to myself and all of us in this building and beyond cannot be adequately described. Finally, to my parents, thank you for getting me to this point. Thank you for working hard and sacrificing to provide a nice life for Maria and I. You believed in me when I wanted to pursue this crazy risk of going all the way down to school here at LSU. Thank you for always supporting me no matter what and being my biggest fans in the world. I would be nothing without y'all. Well, after all that, it's time to move on, get on with our lives, get on with the season of Christmas, as you can see today. Thank you to everyone at Tiger TV, past and present. You all hold a very special place in my heart. And finally, thank you, God, for making me an LSU Tiger forever.
Well, Johnny, it's been a pleasure to share
pleasure,
this desk
Taylor.
with you, share these halls with you.
It's been my honor.
Anyone that knows you, this is just the beginning for you.
Thanks, bud.
You got a great career ahead of you. Well, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to catch more episodes, go to tigertv.tv. Check out our Instagram and Twitter, ttv_sports. For Johnny Lombardi, I'm Taylor Curette.